Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and episode 2 of the TNA save on TEW 2020. Last episode we went through the roster, what we did with the pay-per-views and the television, the champions and all the little bits in between. But today we are going to be going through the first episode of Impact. I'm very happy with it, but also I want to hear what you guys have to say as well, because I'm interested in your opinion. Now, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the show. Okay, and we open up the show with Mike Tenay and Don West, who are at the announcer's desk. Impact is open with Mike Tenay introducing the show, and he's welcomed back Don West to the announcer's booth. It just makes sense. I mean, Don West was so much better than Taz. I mean, I don't think this needs explaining. Don says how excited he is to be back at the booth and can't wait to get into the action, which prompts Tenay to put across the fact that it's a new era in TNA, which is all about what happens in the ring. And it starts with the opening match as the Amazing Red will defend the X Division title. So right out the gate, we're starting off hot. And Mike Tenay and Don West, they did well, man. They did well. The segment rating didn't get that high, but I wasn't expecting it to, considering it is the announcers. But let's move on to the next segment. And to kickstart the action, the Amazing Red versus Jay Lethal. In a decent match, the Amazing Red defeated Jay Lethal by pinfall with a red eye. So the Amazing Red retains the X Division title. And that's going to be a key thing here going forward. The X Division opening up the TV shows. Red had a performance of 64. Jay Lethal could have done better, but I mean, we'll work around that. We want to push Jay Lethal, so we'll continue on with that. The X Division Championship storyline has automatically advanced. The announcing lifted the match. See, Don West and Mike Tenay, man. I'm telling you, bro. Much better than Mike Tenay and Taz. Much better. On to the next segment. And cutting away from the ring back to the backstage, Jeremy Borash is with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles, but he's interrupted by Kurt Angle, who challenges AJ to a match at Genesis for the championship. But then Lashley comes in and is like, yo, I want the shot. I want the shot at AJ. Come on now. And that all leads to the main event, which will be Lashley versus Angle for the #1 contender spot. The worry here is that JB underperformed and AJ struggled when going off script. But it did get a 61 rating, so I'm not too worried about that. Angle came out of it looking good. JB improvised well through the segment. Kurt Angle improvised well throughout the segment as well. And this angle got the crowd hotter. So we're getting off to a good start, lads. We're getting off to a good start. But now you know what the main event is. Kurt Angle versus Bobby Lashley for the #1 contendership. Let's move on. And following that, we have a knockouts match. ODB defeats Velvet Sky by pinfall with a TKO. Decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Ugh, not great. Velvet Sky seemed off her game, but the announcing lifted the match, and the color commentary gave the match a boost. So already you're seeing the pairing of Mike Tenay and Don West pay dividends. Madison Rayne did some good work at ringside, and Velvet Sky and Madison Rayne have excellent chemistry together. So we will be using Velvet and Madison together going forward, I think. I think that's the way we go, but let me know what you guys think. On to the next segment. And after defeating Velvet Sky, ODB grabs a microphone from the ringside area and she wants her title back. So she challenges Tara to a match for the title on Impact next week. So right away, you guys know exactly what you're getting for the next show. ODB and Tara for the Knockouts title has been put out there. Does Tara accept? Well, you'll have to wait and see. But segment rating 54, not terrible, but not amazing either. The angle did get the crowd hotter though. And ODB clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and perform well. So ODB is someone that we can rely on going forward. On to the next segment. All right, back to the commentary table. Mike Tenay and Don West. Mike Tenay has received word that a 4-team tournament to determine the number one contenders to the tag titles, currently held by the British Invasion, will be taking place, with 2 matches taking place next week on Impact, which will feature Beer Money against Team 3D and the Motor City Machine Guns against the Young Bucks. And the winners of those 2 matches will face each other in 2 weeks on Impact, and then the winner of that will face the British Invasion for the titles at Genesis. So you guys know exactly what's coming over the next 2 weeks as we set things up there. Mike Tenay and Don West doing well. Not a high rating, but not below 40, which is what we want. Back to backstage. Tara is backstage with Christy Hemme, who is interviewing the Knockouts champ. And they address the challenge put out there by ODB for a rematch, and with the title being on the line. And Tara accepts. Tara accepts the challenge, and she states that she wants to be a fighting champion and she will defend it against anyone, and that includes ODB. So now you know you got 3 matches. You've got 3 matches in store for you guys next week. A Knockouts title match and 2 tag team matches as well, which will determine who will face each other in the finals of the tag tournament in 2 weeks. So we're building stuff there. I do like how it worked out in the end. Tara improvised well throughout the segment. Christy Hemme clearly enjoyed the freedom to go off script and perform well. I wasn't expecting that. I thought Christy was gonna bomb here, but apparently she didn't. The announcing quality lifted the segment. The color commentary gave the segment a boost. So really, I mean, the only negative so far has been, well, Velvet Sky and maybe Jay Lethal. You know, so overall, I think we're doing okay. But you guys know what's coming. A Knockouts title match next week. On to the next segment. All right. Back to the ring. Eric Young making his way down to the ring with the global title in hand. Grabs a microphone and states that the global title is no more. And as of now, it is the television championship. And issues an open challenge to anyone in the back. And who comes out? Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy has returned to TNA. And the Hardy versus Wolf storyline has automatically advanced with this segment. So nothing major there. But it did get a pretty decent rating. 56. Jeff Hardy is back. All good. And of course, the television title match. EY versus Jeff. And Jeff Hardy wins the television title. In quite a high rating as well. 64. Jeff beats Eric Young with the Swanton. And as a result, he's the new television champion. Jeff Hardy had an in-ring performance of 68. Eric Young, an in-ring performance of 48. So, yeah, not great from EY, but pretty good from Jeff. So, yeah, we're moving in the right direction with that. We're moving in the right direction. I don't want you guys to think that EY is just going to be forgotten about now that he's no longer the TV champion. No. That's not the plan. There's a plan for EY. Don't worry. I've not forgotten about him. What you're seeing on the show is largely what we're going to be doing going forward. A mix of everything, but it's going to keep you guessing along the way. Okay. Jeff Hardy has won the television championship, but before he can be interviewed by Christy, because she did so well in the last segment, Desmond Wolfe makes his way down to the ring and basically just asks him, like, who gave you the right to challenge for the title? Like, what gave you the right to jump the line ahead of guys like me who's been grinding? But before Jeff answers, Wolf slaps him straight across the face and ends up getting a twist of fate. So Hardy gives the receipt and celebrates the win with the fans. Christy Hemme underperformed. Bit annoying considering she's done quite well in 2 segments, but you know what? It's not a big deal. Desmond Wolfe performed well. Christy, again, she does well going off script. I don't know, man. I don't know. Desmond Wolfe was superb working with that script and had the crowd in the palm of his hand the entire time. So Desmond Wolfe is clearly someone we're going to push, okay? He's clearly someone we're going to push. Oh, boy. I mean, we might end up seeing Jeff Hardy and Desmond Wolfe for the TV title at some point down the line. May end up. I'm not going to give it away yet, but just know it's in the future, okay? It's in the future, but Really good segment. And yeah, we move on. As we cut to the backstage area once again, Samoa Joe, who has the Feast or Fire briefcase, is joined by JB. And I will say this again because I feel like I have to, just to hammer the point home. Once Samoa Joe cashes in the briefcase, that's it for Feast or Fire. That's it. We're not doing it anymore. But JB asked Joe what his opinion is on the number one contender match, and Joe's just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've got this briefcase, and the world title, the fate of the world title, is in my hands. And then Daniels comes in, he interrupts it and complains that he's not in the match, because remember, he lost to AJ Styles, but he thinks he deserves one more shot. And Joe's just like, if you deserved it, you'd be there, right? But the fact is, anytime you've been within distance of that, you choked. Turning point, final resolution, you couldn't get it done. You couldn't get it done. And then suggesting that Daniels doesn't have what it takes to be the world champion. So Joe throwing shade at Daniels as well, while holding the briefcase and rubbing it in his nose as well. So, yeah, doing well with that. Joe worked the crowd well, using the freedom to improvise to his advantage. JB did a masterful job of improvising interactions with the crowd, although Daniels did struggle when going off script, which is a bit of an annoyance, but we'll deal with it. 59 rating for that segment. We've done quite well, man. Nothing below a 40, which I'm a bit worried about, because that first one that does hit below 40 is going to sting. But yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. And of course, the main event, Kurt Angle versus Bobby Lashley, in a bout that had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Kurt Angle defeated Bobby Lashley with the Angle Slam in 25 minutes and 13 seconds. So Angle is the number one contender, a 61 rating overall. Lashley was off his game. Crystal Lashley did some good work at ringside. Angle looked excellent, no surprises there. Although the face-heel divide with Lashley and Crystal kind of put people off, so maybe we should do something about that. But the match did get the crowd buzzing. So, not great, but I don't know. I was expecting something like a 70 or something like that. But you know what? It is what it is. Angle's the number one contender. We move. Okay, and to end the show, AJ Styles confronts Kurt Angle after winning the title, making its way down to the ring, and lifts the world title above his head while locking eyes with Angle, just to let him know, I'm still here, I'm the world champ, you have to beat me. Kurt Angle came across well, and the storyline gained heat as well, so that's great, although Don West was pretty weak. The lack of anything interesting happening in this segment was a problem. Okay, well, we'll certainly sort that, but right now, you guys know what you're getting for Genesis. AJ and Angle. Okay, for the first show, we got an overall rating of 57, although it did increase our popularity in 24 regions, and it only lost us popularity in 1. So we're certainly building stuff here. We've got storylines that building towards Genesis, which is always good. And you guys know exactly what you're getting for the next show. You're getting a Knockouts title match, and you're getting 2 tag team matches in the tournament. And more than likely, you're going to get more stuff on top of that. So, yeah, I like what we've done. I like what we've done. So far, all green segments, which can never be too bad. We move. All right, lads. End of the episode. And I don't know. I think we had a good show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, of course. So far, we're building stuff. Although we do have some minor issues. Jay Lethal has he's irritated for some reason. I don't know what he's irritated about. Irritated at his recent booking. Well, okay. We can fix that. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Okay. Anyway, like I said, end of the episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. But until next time, I'll see you in a bit. Take care, and you know the rest, lads. Peace.